Yo, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody feeling out there? And of course, you guys know what we are here for. This is literally what we're here for, guys. We're here to let's grow, learn more about the project, and dig deeper into this Bolix token. And of course, Cloud9 NFTs also, because I feel like this is that's a big part of it also. The RAM Bow NFTs, guys, we will be digging into also. So without further ado, let me go ahead and get my guest of honor inside the building. Let's get him here, man. Damn, we got Alphabolics in the building. What's going on? How you feeling today, man?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. It's been a busy day today. Exciting day today, and I'm just happy to be here with you, man.
Definitely. I've actually been really excited for this one, not gonna lie to you, just because the full breakdown, how I normally do AMAs, is pretty thorough, I feel like. And I would like a thorough breakdown of this project. I feel like a lot of people would like that kind of lay it out on a video, you know what I mean? Maybe some new people bump into it and see what the project has to offer. And also, besides you even doing that and blessing us with all of this knowledge, you're also doing 2 giveaways. Is that correct? You're doing one NFT and one $250 ETH giveaway, correct?
That is correct. I was gonna see if you could draft up a nice tweet from your channel, and maybe give Bolix token, Alphabolics, and my official page, Cryptobolics, a follow, as well as a part of that. Like, retweet, and all that stuff if you're up for it.
Yeah, let's see if I can get something like that together. And okay, wait, bam, got one right there. Just tweeted out, what was that, about 30 seconds ago, guys. So I do have the Cryptobolics Twitter on there, got the Bolix token, got the Cloud9 NFT on there also, guys. So the first one we're going to do is for the 250 ETH. I feel like for the NFT, you got to stay and wait for the information, because you got to know why you need this NFT. So
that's right.
Start off with this one, start off light, and then do the amazing giveaway later, guys. So in the meantime, in between time, we're going to hit a couple of questions, and then we'll go back to this tweet. But you guys definitely get there, retweet this, tag a couple friends, and let them know what we're doing currently right now so that they can get in on some of this information. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and start from the basics. So as I do AMAs, we get to know the person behind the token first, and the token and NFT. So brief introduction, and what do you feel like in your professional background qualifies you to just start a token? So I'm curious about that. So
business, obviously, the way people have done tokens right now, they're all in the apps. They're all in all these different things. Obviously, I'm not an app developer. That's not what my purpose was. I'm a businessman. I've built, sold, developed many companies in my life. The biggest thing I saw that was different in crypto and what was missing was that business aspect. Now we see a lot of companies come out. Let's say companies, I would say we see tokens that come out and release themselves as LLCs. But where's the revenue? And that's what I've always asked, is where's the revenue? If you're a business, I want to see, how much is going back to the project. That gives the stability of the project. So most things I invested into, I want to know if it's a business, and I also want to know if there's revenue going back to whatever it is, buyback and burns, back to marketing, so on and so forth. So for me, myself, running multiple companies, being the head of 10 different companies, it gave me the experience in life. Especially, I'm 36 years old. I'm not some young guy. I have the business experience. I have that life experience. Yeah, I would definitely say that's it. And also I have the influence as well. Having over 3 million impressions on Twitter per month every 28 days helps to grow as well as market. And then I have great friends like you, Cuffin the Dip,
indeed,
that reached out, didn't ask for money, and said, "Hey, I am interested in hearing about your project. Let's talk."
Indeed. So where did the concept for the project come from?
It actually developed back in December for the project in general, not for the business. Obviously, the business has been in business since 2018.
Wow.
For the project, it was me. I had created a show called The Sec, and every individual and every project that I came on there, for the most part, not all of them, but mostly, none of them had a definitive answer of where the revenue was going to come from, and even the percentage it would be. So I saw a niche, and I was like, okay, well, if no one's utilizing this method and technique, I think it'd be very successful. So then I broke down over the last 5 to 6 months a financial forecast of how it would work and how it would function together. So then I began to run numbers on all the different tokens launching in that period of time, looking at their daily volumes, looking at the trade holder count and how it expands. Taking that into account alongside of a retail distribution company, I came up with the idea for this project. And it works on paper. And if it works on paper and the numbers don't lie, then it works.
Yeah, to my knowledge, numbers don't seem to lie too often.
No, they do not.
So with that being said, how many people are we looking at as far as your core team, and how were they obtained?
So for the core team, essentially, we're already a business. So all the people that are on the team, and we have 25 employees that currently work for my company. As for contract developers and things like that, we outsourced ours to a local company here in the United States. We wanted to use an actual organization that has an LLC that's tied to a business so they can be held liable. I only have the key, so no one else has the key. There's no backfeeding or any of that stuff. I am currently in the process of working with two audit contract companies right now, one being Certic. We're compressing the contract right now to get a better price from Certic. The current price we received from them was $30,000. It will be coming out of my pocket, obviously. I'd like to see that number down to 20,000. If I get it down to 20,000, I will pull the trigger on Certic before we even launch. So in the current core team, we have 12 administrators and then myself. Those individuals have come across through being around the space together. They're great admins. They work well. A lot of them are college educated, very well spoken individuals. My graphic designer, he is from Nigeria. I chose him, one, because he's talented, two, because he could use a helping hand. Obviously, the rates of pay in Nigeria are not high, so I'm giving him a U.S. based pay, actually more than a U.S. based pay, to help accommodate his life and to hopefully get him out of the area he's in Nigeria, because it's not very good. He said it was good, and then he sent me a picture, and I said, this is not good.
That's nice. That was a more than a detailed breakdown, and you actually answered a little bit of my next question, which was who was in charge of deploy wallet and marketing funds. You pretty much said that you're in charge of those departments, correct?
Yeah. So we'll also have, so obviously the token isn't launched yet. So we'll also have a third-party attorney that will be also in charge of those. So it'll be a multi-signature wallet. Obviously, I can't just walk away. So we will obviously have a multi-signature wallet. But there, as being a business, and I'm tying it to the business, and we have a multi-million-dollar insurance policy on the actual company itself. So we actually have insurance. It's a lot different than anything else in the space.
Yeah.
So we will be able to be held liable for any mistakes or loss of assets, which I think is more or less the better way. And when I say loss of assets, I mean, like, if I run away with the marketing wallet, right? There's a company behind it that actually generates revenue, so that they will be held accountable for any of my mistakes and or loss of asset through dev negligence.
Okay. Well, once again, we're doing two-piece specials because the next question that I have, will there be multi-sig wallets in place? So we go ahead and check that directly off of the list. You already said that's going to be in place and situated. So that's good to hear. So let's go to the next one. Who is the creator of the contract and who will be deploying that?
Well, we are the creators, so I can't give the name of the company under an NDA. So we've signed with them, so I can't. It's just business, right?
Right.
They're a large company, and they write many contracts for some of the very well known tokens that are out there. So we use them. Very expensive, but very effective.
Okay. Definitely. And are they who are the deploying it? Are you deploying it?
They'll be deploying it with me. So what we I actually met the individual. So really great person, and really great company and organization. We try to get in touch with each other. Probably, I'd say 2 to 3 days a week. We talk, we go over everything, making sure everything is all right and tight. But the contract's already done. We're just compressing it now. And at that point, once it's deployed, they'll have no ties to it. And how it's actually going to be deployed is through TeamViewer on my laptop, and they won't have access to any of the seed phrases or keys. So I wanted to make sure it was 100% safe. So they'll have to do it in that manner. And they agreed to it as well. They said that was fine. Obviously, to deploy a wallet, you need access to the actual wallet that holds it, right?
Right.
So you have to log into the contract, deploy it that way. So I'm not going to give anybody, obviously, that key. So I decided to do it like that. What's your thought on that?
I think that is a very solid and secure way to do it, and maybe the first time I'm hearing that method taken. So I do
Yeah.
like new, innovative ways of things getting done, and productive ways of things getting done, because I feel like that's very productive. People can feel safe with that process. I feel like knowing that you solely have access to it rather than somebody else they don't know, or you know what I mean, something
Yeah.
happening. So yeah, I like that. I like that portion of that.
I think that was the bigger thing for me is security. As I can be held liable, I want to make sure that I'm doing everything on the up and up. Even though the light paper that I've developed, it hasn't been released yet, but I'm making sure it goes by all those FCC guidelines so we don't get sued or end up like XRP or Ripple.
Correct. Got to do everything correct. That way you don't have to end up in litigation for an
Correct.
extended period of time. So makes sense. Don't want to waste the time, the money on lawyers, and you know what I mean. It gets messy for no reason. So I understand that. And one of my next questions was there audits before the launch? But you said that you're going to you're trying to get that certic in. Were you looking to get it audited through any other parties or
Tech rate. And
right?
then possibly safe solidity. I am in talks with Brew Labs, but with the market the way it is now, um, I'm not sure how feasible it would be to have 3 audits before launch. Also, Certic takes some time. We'll be able to get
Right.
the audit started, but I'm not sure if it'll be able to be completed before launch. But I will definitely have at least one audit, probably tech rate, done beforehand. We're already in discussion with them, and I'm dialing in that so we can do a safe launch. And I'm trying to get that out actually before the private sale starts, so people know that it's
Huh?
safe.
Okay, 10-4. Yeah, that'll be nice to have an audit out there. People definitely like to see the audit done and be able to go through the scope of what's going on with the actual token itself. So, have you guys so you said the supply. What's the starting market cap price and supply going to be again? Just to run through that really quick.
So the total supply is going to be 1 trillion tokens. As for starting market cap, it's going to be decided at the actual time of private sale. The issue is we don't know where we want to land. I know that we're going to put up 10% of the total supply for private sales. Okay. And then you're going to have either a minimum of 0.1 Ethereum buy up to 3 Ethereum buy with a maximum of 1 wallet at that time. And obviously, it's going to be only NFT holders. So if you, like yourself, Cuff, if you own an NFT, you'll be able to buy up to 3 Ethereum in that 1 wallet. Right now, that's actually what we're working with the dev team with, is because I noticed that too many people are giving up too much of the total supply. More than likely, I'm trying to launch above a $10 million market cap. I don't believe in launching sub 10 million. I just don't think it's anywhere in the cards for me. I've never seen a project launch sub 10 million and hit $1 billion market cap ever in my life. So
Yeah,
that's what I
you limit
want.
yourself sometimes too with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make sure that it's a good ratio between the liquidity pool and the actual market cap as well. So I want to see what we pull in from that, and then we'll go from there. Because I don't want to have a screwed. I'll have to put if we don't raise enough, I'll put in the rest of the ETH myself, which I've already put in over 400K now as of today to the project in Ethereum myself. So just getting everything right and tight, and all the all the marketing measures and whatnot we're taking. Obviously, that stuff is really expensive. So.
Okay. Okay. And then can we know if will there be any burns and or at the beginning of the launch or during the span of the token? And can you briefly kind of explain what exactly the process of the private sale is?
So the process, well, I'll actually address your first question, obviously. Your first question was essentially, how it's going to work with burns. No, we're not initially burning any tokens. It's an absolute waste, and it doesn't do anything. What does do something is if I buy on the open market with
Yeah.
Ethereum and then burn it. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to have a burn schedule, and it'll kick to the actual revenue of the project, right? So
Yeah.
not just the revenue of this project, but the business. So 30% of the business revenue is actually going to go to buyback and burns on the chart. And that'll be done. So let's say we completed the month of May. In the month of June, whatever revenue we had made for the month of May, that 30% net profit is going to go to buyback and burns throughout that entire month. And then we'll do the same thing every month, month after month. Also, a portion of the tokenomics, which is that 1% of the liquidity, 2% of the liquidity as well, and then the 4% of the buyback and burn on the other aspect of thing. Business development always remains the same. It never increases. I put into account that we needed about 4% business development to create the ecosystem that we're developing, which is a total of 10 tokens. So 4% will never increase. We don't need any more than that. It's sufficient. The liquidity obviously should matter. So there's obviously going to automatically be a 1% liquidity no matter what, because that stabilizes the floor of the project. Then we bump it to 2% and then also buy back and burn, which does help liquidity as well, as you know.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side of thing, the second part of your question was what? I apologize.
Well, no. You're fine. I shouldn't hit you with the 2-piece special. So, could you explain the nature of the private sale for everybody?
So the reason why I decided to do it, people are like, oh, well, you have a business, you should be putting all the money up. Well, it doesn't give the opportunity to the people such as yourself and such as the other investors that haven't had an opportunity to buy a private sale. Most of the time, those private sales are essentially for whales. Whales manipulate those because they can own a bunch of it. They can open up a bunch of wallets and do anything they want. In this case, I launched the project in just the form of an NFT. No one knew a token was coming behind it. And if you know whales and track wallets like I do, most whales don't actually hold NFTs unless they were airdropped them. Most of those whales just buy and sell charts right away. So they get into projects early, they put 10 to 15 ETH in, and then once they double, triple, or quadruple their money, they'll exit in the same sense. So what I did was I devised a mechanism or a process that would help mitigate that, which was essentially I just asked for trust from the community. And they did. And after some time, after we launched our NFTs and sold 500 NFTs, which was great, we actually released that we were going to be releasing a token and that the key to the token in the private sale would be owning an NFT. We've vetted every single wallet that has been listed on the pre-sale for the NFTs, all shown actually great leadership in the hodling, which is what we want for the base structure and foundation of the project. So anybody that gets a good position in the project, I want to know that they're going to hold. So I checked their wallets and I verified that they would hold. And at that point in time, we added them to the pre-sale. And that's going to give us the strong foundation to lead us into $1 billion market cap in a short period of time.
Wow. So pretty much there was a couple surprises in there. One, some might not have known about the actual token coming. Then also the vetting process that you were doing as far as like looking through wallets, which I felt like that could have been a tedious process, but you did that to, you know what I mean, secure the nature of what was going on with your token and the NFT itself. So yeah, I understand. And that was I know that had to be a hell of a process.
It was a lot of work. And actually I vetted it myself because not a lot of people know how to track wallets. I do. That's how I trade. I trade by tracking wallets. Obviously, I mean, you just track the money.
Yeah, and, you follow me, you follow the money.
You get it. So that's why I did it. And every single wallet that's on there and that has bought has never dumped on a project. Not one of the people has ever dumped. I've checked their transactions. I went through the whole entire thing. I also had a friend of mine help me as well. We sat down. I got a two monitor piece here, and we sat down together and went through it. And it's clean. It's clean, and it's going to be great because I'm going to show them how to take profits respectfully. And I think that's what's neglected. So many devs and so many projects are so apt to making profits so quick that they allow their community to just dump when they make, 50, 60 ETH. But you can take profits over time. If the chart is stable, no one's panicking to sell.
Right.
If no one's panicking to sell, then you're good. Also, it should be noted, actually, I'll wait for the rest of your questions.
No. You good. I think it might just because of how thorough you are, but I'm just shocked by the process in which you went and how far you went to kind of vet this situation. So yeah, that's definitely different. You don't really see that much.
It had to be done that way. Nothing can succeed if your foundation is weak. If you have people holding your project that hold a large portion of the supply and they're not a holder, it's absolutely obvious that your project won't be strong later on down the road. And the issue is, if you look at the percentage of holders and you give somebody too much of the total supply, what's too much of the total supply? 0.1% is too much of the total supply. 0.1. I know that sounds like not a lot. It's a lot, especially when you're looking from the stock market to this. And that's, people are like, oh, you shouldn't compare the stock market to crypto. It's still a market. It's still investments and it's still trade. And now people are tying it to business. That's obviously a commodity.
Yeah.
So I mean, stop. Like, yeah.
Yeah. If you're looking at it like that logically, yeah, it does.
Yeah. Let's put some brains behind it. It's obviously in a similar relation to that. They're not direct. We're trying to do things obviously on decentralized and whatnot. But the process for me is not decentralized. I want to go centralized exchanges. The whole purpose of this entire thing is to hit every leading centralized exchange and be known across the world as a specific brand. Bolix Corporation. That corporation will enhance and develop 10 businesses alongside of 10 tokens with 10 NFT drops coinciding that.
Oh yeah,
Alongside,
don't worry. We're gonna get into that part. We're gonna get into that part. I'm telling you, you coming in hot. So let me go ahead and
I'm
stop.
sorry. Let me slow down.
Let
Let me
me,
slow down. All right.
that's there's so much information in this token. That's why I knew that the breakdown of this was going to either A, milk some brains and make them have to rewind and have to go back over the information, which I'm okay with that. Please hit rewind. Please tell a friend, because this is the opportunity that is kind of sounded like, guys. You guys don't like literally most times in cryptocurrency, you hear things that sound like dreams or just like outlandish thought process of people, you know what I mean, just trying to make some type of money. That's usually what cryptocurrency is, but you can hear the thought process was actually put into this one. So another thought process that you said beforehand, you just mentioned it about the NFTs. So is there a further use for the NFTs or a benefit for the holders for holding those NFTs along the line after these after the private sale?
Yep. So let's say, for instance, yourself, if you purchase the first set of NFTs, you purchase one, and then you decide to purchase on the private sale of the token. All you need to do at that point in time is purchase the next NFT drop, just one, and you actually get an airdrop of the second token. You do not have to buy it. And the same goes on for every token after that. Alongside of giveaways and ultra rares, which we have, the ultra rare is actually a key to all tokens. If you mint the ultra rare, you don't have to buy any of the tokens. You will get airdrops of every single token coming out, and you don't have to buy, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so we're gonna run over a couple different parts that just kind of, you know what I mean, just kind of struck me right there. So you said there's giveaways, there's actually rarities to these, so it's not just the same exact picture for each NFTs. There's individual rarities to the NFTs. So one, not saying I don't see too many actually doing that. I did see one bold person when I looked on OpenSea, which I couldn't really figure it out as far as like trading on the secondary market with it. So but you could though, you know what I mean? You could, depending on the rarity of your NFT, you know what I mean, and what it has going on. So there's multiple different avenues to make money or just receive rewards throughout this, pretty much.
Well, there was 2 sales on the open market that I saw, and we picked them up because those individuals, we actually found out who they were, and they were struggling at the time. They needed the money. I won't disclose their situations, but our community, actually the admins bought them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, they went in and saw that. So pretty cool.
Other than that, I did not see literally. I'm looking through, and you don't see anything listed there,
Nope.
which is showing the value there. Nobody's coming in and trying to make a quick flip for cash. So I did like that process of that. So that's very intriguing. Like I'm telling you, and yes, most definitely blown right now. Listen to a lot of the different details. So the NFT was pretty much the first step to joining the community, pretty much in a lot of these different aspects. So let me go ahead and go to pretty much some of the meat and potatoes of what's going on. You were going over and touching over it lightly as far as the tokenomics. What made you choose this structuring of tokenomics? And then also I'm noticing that you have a buyback, the burn buyback on the sale, but not the buy. Was that just to make the buy in initially cheaper, or what was the reasoning behind that also?
I don't believe in taxing somebody for investing in their project. Obviously, we still need to have the base tax, which I didn't want to go over 5%. 1% goes to liquidity, so it helps their business. Obviously their investment, 4% goes to business development, so that also helps their investment. Anything else past that point, I don't believe anybody should be paying for. On the sell side, if they want to exit the project, that's fine, but they're going to pay more in tax. And that's because of longevity. Eventually, there'll be no tax. Eventually, there'll be no buy tax and no sell tax, because that's the purpose. You're supposed to get rid of the tax. How do you expect to list on any centralized exchange with taxes? I'll tell you, you're not gonna. And that's the end of it. And anybody that tells you differently just lied to you. And that's a fact. Proven fact. Actually, I've got that directly from an exchange, a big exchange.
Dude, I literally, I feel like can the cameras like see my notes? Literally, like one of my statements here was it seems like you set your standards high and you're aiming for top tier exchanges just by how your tokenomics is set up, and the fact that I don't think that I don't think that you're right out the gate renouncing your contract, which means you can adjust those things as you get further down the line. So that's that's crazy.
You and I, we're on the same vibe.
I like it. I definitely like what I'm hearing as far as this, and I do see that people have questions in the chat. We will take some of the questions towards the end, but first let's see somebody win $250 in ETH. You okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it now, I would prefer to wait till the end.
Do you want to do both at the end?
Yeah,
Okay.
100%. I want to run both
Okay.
at the end, just because I want to make sure everybody's here to hear me talk. Learn to earn is what I call it. You got to be here to earn,
Oh,
baby.
okay, okay,
Learn
okay,
to
okay,
earn.
okay, okay. Big, hey, so you guys heard it here first. You guys got to wait until the end for both. Guys got to hear all of the information that it says. So tune in. You guys will be interested in winning. If you guys did not just hear what the NFTs do, because we are giving away one of those NFTs, right?
Yes.
Yes.
No, we're not giving one of those away. I apologize. We're giving away another collection, the pack dogs. We can't
Okay.
give away that collection because we don't as the place, everything's equal, right? So we only own what we own. I own what I own. That's it. The company doesn't own anything, and it shouldn't. And I think that's unfair. So it's all equal, and I'm not giving up any of my Rambo clouds. I have 6 of them total, 3 in 2 wallets, and that's it.
Okay. 10-4. So we'll tap in with that a little bit later, guys. So let me go ahead and finish out my question line. Then let's get back to it. So what are the use cases of the token, and can we run through the functionality of those and the benefits of those to the holders?
Yeah, so the use case, the actual use case of the project is a real world business called Alphabolics. If you have a moment, type in alphabolics.com and you'll be able to see what the real use case is. So it's a business, a retail company that makes that formulates its products in the nutraceutical industry, which is a $40 billion a year or so industry, and it's a great industry to be in. It's very, very profitable. You're looking at a very good price to dollar for a product average to it. So if I get 10 different products and I buy them for 7, 8, 3, whatever, the average of your product line is very low, and it allows you to leave more profits in there because it goes to the market, right? So that was the biggest thing when I decided to go into that niche 4 years ago. I always look for niches that have a high margin of profit in comparison to competitors, and people aren't cutting each other's throats. So for me, I utilize that mechanism. Obviously, higher profits is better, and the more profit you can make per product is better. So utilizing that method while still creating a great product, which is actually substantial, cost more than actually other people do. Most supplement companies, cost about $3 a product. Mine cost $8 to $10 per product, and then we sell them for that. Obviously, there's other costs in there, shipping,
Right.
you get the overhead for the website, SEO, all that stuff. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a business. And I think that's the bigger aspect of things. It's a real world business that generates profit, and that profit, net profit, 30% goes back to the project. So it'll always be sustainable. So even when the crypto market's down, we're buying Ethereum for cheaper at that
Right.
30% profit. And then we're putting it back into the project for buyback and burn, which essentially gives you better liquidity.
Exactly. Stabilizes the floor at the very least.
Boom. You got it.
Okay. Most definitely. That's more than solid and more than I've seen most bring to the table. Usually you see just the, you know what I mean, the play to earn game, just the usual
Yeah,
things.
we're not doing any of that. That's not in the cards. It's too saturated. Too many people trying to do it at once. I'm all set. I'll leave it to people that have that experience and want to dabble in that. But for me, there's only so many people, right, in crypto. And I'm not going to sit here and market to crypto people for something that they may not spend their money on because there's 80 other people doing the same exact thing inside of crypto and 80 other projects they're invested in. I
Right.
wanted to bring something different to the table, something that they can purchase with their money, and also they can purchase with crypto. Not just my crypto, but Ethereum, Dogecoin, Shiba, and Bitcoin.
Okay. Most definitely. That makes sense to me. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody out there, man. I'm telling you, drops mic, exit stage left. Yeah, that's definitely one of those. He's coming with the info, guys, and I'm definitely appreciating it. So hopefully you guys are also. So my next question is so long term and short term goals, and by those I mean like as far as in between catalysts coming out information or whatever you actually are going to be releasing, what is making the investors hold during those short-term periods when things are not being released, bombs are not being dropped during that period, and on the long-term spectrum also, remaining relevant in crypto has been increasingly harder. So what makes this one of the strongholds?
Well, I think the bigger factor is that real world company. Again, now once they purchase, I obviously have their phone number and email address. Now that goes to remarketing and in classes, teaching them how to buy on DeFi. And that's what people missed. Now I've got customers. Let's say I have a 50,000 customer base, in which I do. I have all their contact. Now I can email them saying, hey, just so you know, your trusted supplement company has now developed a cryptocurrency. If you'd like to learn more, watch this video. Oh, how do you buy? Watch this video. We can teach them and hold their hand because we have their contact information. Aside from that, we're actually opening an office, signing a 3-year to 5-year lease on it with customer or investor support. Thus being stability because we can reduce emotion. Reducing emotion by giving information. That's the biggest issue with emotion. Most of the time it can be mitigated with information. So by having a call line and a chat center, we'll be able to help investors clarify any type of miscommunication or misinformation that's out there, thus creating a more stable opportunity for other investors coming in after the fact. That's how. And then also, obviously, continuously marketing. And that's the other aspect that I think is missed. People pull back on marketing because they don't have the money. They usually run out. With the business, we'll have money. And we'll always have money. And that doesn't go away. It's there. Right. So we'll be able to continuously market. I'm a part, or was a part at the time. I haven't renewed my dues in 2 years, but I was a part of the Rotary Club. And this really wealthy individual told me this. The reason why I got so successful is because I doubled my marketing in the slow months, even when I had no money. And then I pulled back to the normal schedule in the busy months. And he said it kept me relevant. And that's why I succeeded, because his customer base grew when the market was down. And when the market was down, he retained buyers that still bought in those markets. And then they bought in the dip again. Not the dip in the sense of that, but let's say the guy was in an automotive field. And in the slow months for automotive industry, people pull back on their marketing. Well, he doubled it. So that way he got buyers in those times. And then over years of being in business, those buyers kept on buying in those months. So eventually it all leveled out. His slow months were still a busy month because he's still marketed.
Okay. Well, yeah, that literally led into my next question. It was, what were the marketing plans? This was the next question, but it's like you're knocking these. It's like you can sense the next question.
So for me, I won't disclose it because it hasn't been done. It will involve national ads, obviously on the brand side of things. But there's some other things that no one's done and no one's ever talked about. And if I release them before we even start, it'll give them an unfair advantage. There's a lot more you can do to market naturally and organically than anybody can imagine. And if you look at Alphabolics and run the site through an auditor, for a website auditor, you'll see what I'm talking about. We have a very great website, and it ranks very high for a lot of keywords, and it's ranking first page for a lot. Like if you type in "can testosterone increase size," we're going to show up for a blog article for that. Okay. Not even a joke. Number one spot, because we have a team devised for that. And thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. And D Shadow, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I've been in business for a long time, man. Not just this business, other businesses, and you learn a lot from that. And I'm sorry if I'm talking too much, man. I apologize.
No, you're more than fine. I like the fact that you're thorough and informative, and that you're going through things so people can understand it and get a full breakdown of what you have to offer as far as token business and a lot of the background information. So whatever you can disclose, you know what I mean? Not too much, because you don't want to give everything away, because I mean, this seems like this is definitely going to be something. And once it catches on, of course, afterwards, people will kind of follow in the footsteps of the different things that were probably done. But beforehand, we don't want to see anybody trying to beat you to the punch. So I definitely get why full disclosure is not giving it some things, you know what I mean? So I definitely understand that. So especially as far as I can't wait to see what the marketing campaign is going to be. But
it's going to be absolutely huge. We already have the contract signed. It's done. I don't want to tell anybody yet, because they're going to start doing the same thing as me. I'm going to let the revenue of the business show, and then people will understand why I chose that marketing method, as I explain it too later on down the road. And I do want other tokens to copy me and do that, but not right now. There are already tokens coming out that are nutraceutical companies now. They're like literally trying to launch within a month with absolutely no background. I saw one of the tokens and they're sitting there promoting a product, and the product had already been recalled. I'm like, what? Are you kidding me right now? And I'm like, are you kidding me? I didn't say anything, obviously, because that's not my
Yeah.
place. And if somebody wants to invest, that's them. But do your due diligence, please.
Yeah, definitely got to look into things before we make investments. Everything that looks good and sounds good is definitely not good. I've definitely learned within the crypto space it does not work like that.
No, it does not. You can't just come and jump in the nutraceutical industry. I have COVID brain still. I still have COVID, so I'm a little. My words sometimes come out
No,
backwards.
you're good. You're
This
fine.
is also version 1 of the website. We already have version 2 in development, but I wanted to get something out there for the people before private sale. So this is something we put together as a team, just something with the base parameters. The light paper should be out within the next week or so, and then the V2 website should be within the next month or two. It's very robust. And if you look at the alphabolics.com website, you'll understand what I mean by robust. My business website is extremely robust.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. So what I'm looking at right now is this roadmap, and you have a quite unique roadmap, which it does bring into light a lot of the other tokens that you were speaking of, which I would like to go through kind of how that process works. So I think if we work through the roadmap, I think we actually might get a lot of that out. So if you want to just run through some of the things that you have on your roadmap, so we get to the part where, you know what I mean, you have a third token launch and third NFT launch. So if you just want to just touch on some of this really quick.
Yep. So partnerships, obviously, I just told you I can't talk about it. KYC and doxing. I'm already KYC'd. I'm already doxed. Obviously.
Yeah.
Hi. Audit. We're working on the audit now. We did touch on that. The launch of the token. The launch of the token will be timed to the Ethereum market. The reason being is because if you launch a token right now, I'm not kidding. Any token that launches right now will fail. There's no way it will succeed. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your money. Do not invest. And that is financial advice. It's 100% a fact. Nothing can survive in this market. It will crush you and cripple you. It'll eat you alive, and you cannot. So we will.
People looking for money. People are looking for money right now.
Yep, and that's what it is. It's just a money thing. It's a money scheme. It's a money grab. People don't know that. People aren't even rugging projects. They're just collecting all the taxes from your transactions.
Yeah, exactly. Dev wallet, marketing wallet, quote unquote, all of the liquidity. Dude. Like if it's unlocked.
Oh, I'm not gonna have a wallet. Only what I buy. So no one gets a preemptive wallet. The business is the only one that gets a preemptive wallet, and that is all. That'll also be a multi-signature wallet. But no devs, no nothing, nobody, no influencers, nothing. No one gets a wallet. You have to buy it.
I like that. Everything is you have to buy from it. Nobody's getting anything. I like it. Okay. Yep. Okay, so
and then actually, hold on. Integrate business commodities with the token. So that's what we're working on currently. We've already integrated. It's out now. Small centralized exchanges. We are actually in talks with 3 exchanges that have reached out to me, which are actually pretty reputable exchanges. So we will be listing on 3 exchanges pretty quickly, depending on the revenue made off of the taxes from the launch. It'll basically decide how many exchanges we list on right away. I already have set aside enough money for 2 of those exchanges. Without any tax money. Redesigned token marketing. Obviously, I told you I don't want to discuss that now.
Right.
And then phase 2, website redesign. That's in process now and in the works. Wholesale distribution. Being in the nutraceutical industry, the most profitable thing you can do is go through wholesale distribution. Now, obviously, people are going to discuss this now. You've heard it here. So anything that comes on after the fact, people talking about taking the nutraceutical brand and doing wholesale distribution after, incorrect. It can't happen. They have to be in business for a minimum of 2 years to do wholesale distribution. Why? Because they want to make sure your product isn't getting recalled every 5 seconds because they don't want to pull it off their shelves. That's a fact. So don't listen to anybody else that tells you any differently. So I've been in business for 4 years. I have the brand recognition and the customer satisfaction rate over time that proves and gives me eligibility to actually do wholesale distribution. We have 3 major meetings that cost me $150,000 to meet with the largest industry distributors in this industry. You hear the way I talk. Yeah. I will get all 3. That's a cocky thing to say, but I will. We have great products. We have great products and a salesman behind it, right? I'm the sales guy. I know everything there is to know about my products.
It's usually the best person to sell it when it's your own.
Exactly. I'm not leaving it up to anybody else to speak for me. I'll speak for myself. More centralized exchanges, brand expansion. Obviously, we're already started the brand expansion. We're adding 3 more products to our product line. And then also a side development I'm working with in a partnership with another individual, not inside of crypto, in business, a very large company. Second NFT drop, which will obviously drop before the second token launch. Brand marketing. obviously we're going to continue with the brand marketing, which is essential branding, right? We're talking getting the brand name logo in households, which is distribution, wholesale distribution of the product. Product line expansion, obviously we talked about that, and buyback and burn implementation. Obviously, we're not going to give a scheduled date of the buyback and burns because then people are going to buy in before the burn and sell after the burn. So we're going to do it random, and then we'll post the transaction hashes. It will always be random, and there'll be documents so you can go to the website and track them.
Okay.
Which is actually pretty difficult to integrate from QuickBooks all the way to that.
That's solid. I like that. That is more than solid. Like I can hear the comments of people just listening to this. Like they're like, yeah, he's on fire. He's dropping that knowledge. Like, yeah, you're definitely the transition through the roadmap really kind of like tells a story. That's why I wanted to go over it. Most times you'll see, okay, yeah, exchanges. Yeah, we're gonna get a couple influencers right here. Then we're gonna get some more exchanges and NFTs. But this is a breakdown of all of the phases. I do see it says token launch number 2 around phase 3.
Yep.
So what's could you explain how the additional tokens work as far as the ecosystem?
Correct. So it'll be another business, right? And that business revenue, how it works is essentially this. 30% of that revenue will go back into the ecosystem. 20% goes to the second token, and 10% goes back to the first token. As we go and continue to grow, it changes. So at token 3, 30% of the revenue goes back to the ecosystem, 5% to token 2, 5% to token 1, and 20% to token 3. And I did it like that because 20% is a substantial amount of money. Now at that point, those buyback and burns will create stability. But that first token, holding this first token, it gets revenue from all 10 tokens.
Right.
Anywhere from 10%.
That means the initial holders are really who kind of reap the benefits of it.
Yes, it will put a hyper cycle is what I like to call it. A hyper. I know people call hyper burns and all that. It's like a hyper cycle. It's an infinity sign, and they all feed the initial person. And then when it comes to token 10 feeds all the tokens. So it feeds 9 to 1 in itself. So it's essentially 1% to every or 1 point something percent. I think it's 1.1%. I'd have to look at my I can get the damn book. Oh, it's not here. I have a notebook of the entire thing. I'm an old school guy. I write it down.
Okay, no problem. So with that being said, with the new tokens, is it going to be, so basically it'll be launched with the revenue that is built from the businesses before the initial token launch, right? So that means that you guys will pretty much be using the same tokenomics. Does that work? Or are
similar? Yeah, it'll more than likely be all the same. All 1 trillion, unless something changes. Obviously, if the way centralized exchanges change in the future on how they do business, the token supply will change. That would be obvious, but I don't foresee it changing in the next 6 months to a year. So I'd like to just keep it on pace to what we have now. If we have to deviate and make changes as hurdles come up, we will.
Okay. So what incentivizes people to not just invest into the one token, which some people may feel like 10 may be kind of spreading themselves thin a little bit. So if they want to invest into all of them, is it better to invest into one, or just kind of spread it out into all of them? Or what is the incentive into investing into almost all of these different cryptocurrencies?
Well, because they're all in different markets, so they all make different revenue streams, right? Each one is going to be different. Some may make $200,000-$300,000 a month. Some make $50,000 a month. So that is going to be the different thing. And then some may have more revenue than others. Others may be more successful than others. But either way, they all feed each other, so they all go together. Now, if you're investing in this first project, you know already. I told you, you're going to take your initial out. Yep. You're gonna do what's right inside of crypto. You're not going to sit here and be forced to buy dips unless you want to dollar cost average. I'm not going to sit here and tell you to do it because that's ridiculous. Unless I'm doing it, I don't want you to do it. If I'm not buying a dip, you shouldn't be buying it. And that's it. End of story. So for me, if you're owning that first token, you're going to have enough revenue to invest in the rest of the projects because you're going to be able to take profits. I'm not going to hate you if you sell a little bit. That's okay. That's people that get mad at people for selling their bags. That's wrong. You never do that. This is investing. You're obviously here to make money, financial freedom, pay off your house. And that's what I want. But I want it to be done right, and that's what we're going to teach to our first structure of people. We're also bringing in a wealth management company. I don't know if it's on the list here. But we will be bringing a wealth management company in to help people deal with their wealth. At the point of making your first $1 million, I'm not sure where you are financially, but if you do it right, you will have 10 million very quick. But it takes a lot to make that first $1 million. But after that point, you'll be a multimillionaire if you do it right by bringing in a wealth management company to help you diversify your portfolio, invest in blue chip cryptos, and also in stocks. That's it. I invest in stocks. I did finance for years, and then I was done. And I wanted to make my own companies. It was the same thing. I saw the stock market, how people bought and sold companies, and that's why I started doing it. I bought and sold companies.
Makes sense, and definitely driving me to want to grab my thinking cap and think of all the different opportunities that. But the biggest opportunity that is apparent to me is you definitely want to be on that first token, because all of the revenue from everything else, it looks like, from the business to the other tokens to other NFT drops or whatever is coming from this, is going to stream right back into that first one.
That's correct. And we'll also be trying to align ourselves with other projects in the space and utilizing their platforms, whether it be an NFT platform. So I personally, in the future, once the projects I'm currently aligned with have their NFT platforms up, I will be launching my projects and NFTs on their platform. Why? Because I support crypto. OpenSea is great, but these other altcoins deserve an opportunity, and I will make sure that I support their business. Support those who support you. They supported me, I will support them, just like I support you. You're taking your no money at all. You're here. I can assure you in the future, if you stick with me and stay by my side, I will take care of you just like I've done everybody else. Because that's what it is. You ride with me, I'll ride with you.
Definitely, man. This sounds like a more than amazing business plan. Hopefully everybody is grasping and absorbing all of this different knowledge that's being dropped, man. Because it's honestly like the depth to what this goes is ridiculous, just because how well thought out it was. You know what I mean? Like I said, most of the cryptocurrencies, the goal is to make money. So there's not really too much depth to the project itself. And you can kind of see that as you look for more and can't find more. You know what I mean? You're waiting for things to be announced, or, you know what I mean? But this is kind of laid out in a business format that everybody can pretty much understand. Nobody, like I said, nobody's selling their their NFTs as of right now. They're holding on to them. There's 627 currently minted out. So if someone is looking to get into this process, they just bumped into this AMA, they just heard about you, how do they get to the point to where they can purchase one of these?
So the first step is joining the Telegram. You have to join the Telegram to get on the private list. That private list or pre-list will allow you to mint up to 3 NFTs. It's very simple, very easy. All you have to do step by step is this: join the Telegram, ask an admin to be added to the pre-list. At that point in time, we'll add your wallet to the pre-list, and then at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, those wallet addresses will be added morning and night. I haven't had an opportunity to get to those today. It was a crazy day. I had not a medical emergency, but I had to go to the doctor's today, which took me way longer than expected. So I was not able to do that so far. But after I'm done this, and after MetaMask stops giving me issues, I don't know if you had an issue with your MetaMask today, but I had some issues with my MetaMask earlier today, which delayed me adding it there. So, yeah.
Okay. So like I said, the information that's going on with this, I definitely like it. So if you guys want to, I did put that link inside of the chat. Click that and it will take you directly to the Telegram, so you can start that process of getting on that pre-list, so you can get your NFT if that's something that you guys are interested in and taking part in this process. They are unrevealed right now, which I'm pretty sure once they mint out, they will be revealed. Is that correct?
Yes. Once they mint out, they'll be reviewed. We will be turning these to public soon, but you will not have access to the private sale.
When is it going public?
So I'm thinking within the next week or so. We're going to see after today and how many more people we add. I've been trying to wait. So
the bear market, I get. Are you trying to give people an opportunity? Because that's what just struck me. I'm like, man, he's solid for that, because he's giving people, because the market just went down and a lot of people are kind of going through different things right now.
Yeah,
so
that was the issue.
That's giving people time.
I would love to, bring in the Ethereum now. Obviously, that helps recoup some of the money I put out of my own pocket, because I'm fronting it to the project. And that would be great, but it's not all about money. I always say this, and I don't know if you've been in my community for a long time, but it always comes back. Money always comes back. I'm not worried about it. And if I can, I've personally helped 20 different individuals buy their Rambo clouds. I obviously can't help anymore at this point. I'm pretty taxed for Ethereum. Well, I mean, in my budget, I'm taxed for that mechanism, right? So
Right.
I have obviously a bucket budget. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but each bucket has its own budget. So once it's out, it's gone. That bucket's done. It's empty. When we go and make revenue, the bucket gets filled back up.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. And we got a question. Are the airdrop tokens vested?
When you first buy your okay, so let's do it like this, because I definitely have to address this. If you're buying on private sale or pre-sale with the project, your tokens will be vested. 10% will be released at launch, and then the rest will be voted on by the community to see the duration of time, whether it's 7 days, 14 days, or a month, whatever it is. We'll let the community decide and vote on that for the rest of the vested tokens. And as for airdrops for the tokens, let's say you bought one NFT and you bought the first token and you bought the second NFT. The next airdrop token, it will be vested as well, because you'll get 10% at launch. And then again, we'll vote on it and see the duration period of time. But since you won't have to put any Ethereum out of your own pocket, unless you want to add more to your bag, everything is vested. The biggest mistake every token make is not vesting. If you're here for the long term, then you'll be okay with vesting. If you're not, then I don't want you in the project. If you're trying to dump on me first gate, I don't want you. That's not what we're about. So token vesting is there. My tokens will be vested and everybody else's tokens will be vested. No one will have unvested tokens unless you buy at launch. And then your
That's
tokens are obviously
understandable.
there, right? But if you're pre-sale, private sale like me, tokens are vested. Any wallets that get like the business development wallet, that's going to be vested, right? So it'll be locked for the duration period of time until you get all of your tokens. So no one will have an advantage over you. Not me, not nobody, not the business, nobody, nothing. Everybody's equal.
Okay. Okay. That's nice. So you guys get about a week to obtain these NFTs. So if you want them, I would definitely get inside of that Telegram and start that process. There's only a couple left. It looks like they're more than 50% done with their supply. So after that week, he's doing a public sale, and the public sale does not have access to that private sale. So there are some things that you guys definitely need to pay attention to as far as these details. So what's going on, so you don't show up late trying to get in or get an NFT and don't be able to be in the private sale, and that's why you bought it. So definitely. So if we can touch on the NFT, just because I know you said there are giveaways. To what extent are the giveaways? What do you have to do to qualify? Is it just a period of time that you hold, then you'll be doing the giveaway, or are they instantly once they reveal? And then you said also there's one that gets an airdrop of each token. What is the percentage or amount that person will be receiving?
Percentage amount of how many ones it'll get the ultra rare.
Yeah, the ultra rare one. You know, you
There's
said
only
they got a
one.
percentage. Yeah,
One
there's only
ultra
one that
rare.
gets it.
1 out of 1,000. And that's one person. The rest will be opportunities like, so I'm giving away 9 NFTs out of my personal collection to any Cloud9 NFT holder. We haven't announced the date for that. It doesn't even have to be minted. So we don't have to mint out for that. I'm going to be doing that before we do anything else. So I may offer like a buy cycle for that. We have to reach this point to, and 10 random people or 9 random people get NFTs dropped to them from my own personal collection. And then also we're doing a $10,000 in Ethereum giveaway once we're minted, which is pretty good.
Most definitely.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
Yeah, so it sounds like there's a lot of solid things to incentivize you to hold. So $10,000 is definitely enough for me to buy an MC that was nowhere near $10,000. And then to get into the private sale also, and the rarities to it also, like I said, if you want to be daring and put it on the open market, I'm sure somebody would scoop it directly up at that point. So I don't know if you want to be daring or not, but I'm sure somebody's ready for that. Because if you pick one up off of the open market, do you get more opportunities to be in those sales if they were a one? Because is there a way to specify if there was a private sale one, or because I'm trying to figure out how to word this, a private sale one or a public sale one? You know what I mean? Is there going to be something in the metadata that specifies that this was one that was bought and has access to the private sale or public sale?
So It's whatever originating wallet, obviously, it goes to. We want to make sure we can track it back to that originating wallet. We took a screenshot, and I notified everybody that we're doing that of the
Mhm.
current people, and we'll be taking another screenshot again before we switch to public. At that point in time is when it'll turn it off. We'll have those, and everybody's gonna be notified that if you transfer after that, you won't be able to buy. You'll be able to buy with the initial contract you had, but you won't be able to buy again through
As
a
far as the
private
future
sale
is
through a
concerned.
secondary wallet. Obviously, to mitigate people trying to cheat the system.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure there was already something implemented as far as for that, because
I
somebody
know,
might try to sell that and then kind of put people in.
100%.
Yeah, so okay, makes sense, guys. And if you guys have any questions within the chat, also feel free to throw those in, and I'll try to get those situated. So definitely let me know if you guys need to know anything. Hold on, looks like we have one here. Will the ultra rare buyers for the pre-sale NFT? I'm sorry, I'm clicking on stuff on accident. Will the ultra rare be for the pre-sale NFT buyers? Yes, I believe so, right?
Yeah. So the ultra. All right. So if this happens, if an ultra rare gets minted after we go public, I will honor anybody who bought in pre-sale, private sale. All
Mm.
the people that bought in private sale will get. It'll be at random. It'll be at random. We'll pick one random wallet through a generator, and we'll pick one person to get another ultra rare if it gets minted publicly.
So that would be technically be two. So you're gonna honor that, and then you're gonna give another. Mm.
It's not fair that the people that took the chance and the leap of faith with me, it's not fair. So for me, I will take it out of my own budget. I'll put it in there. I don't care, but they're going to be taken care of. They invested into me. They invested into this project. They took their hard-earned dollars that they worked 40, 50, 60 hours a week to. How dare I take that away from them? They invested when no one else believed, right? And now people are believing because they're seeing everything else. So I'm always going to back my community first. Community first, everything else second.
Awesome, awesome. So that was a surprise that I was not expecting. I don't know if anybody else was expecting that, but so if it is randomly not minted within somebody within a private sale, there will be another one, and that's amazing. So that gives people more opportunities. That's ridiculous. Let me see if I'll make sure I'm not missing anything else. And is there anything else that you wanted to touch on that we did not run over as far as website,
So
token, NFT?
the official Alphabolics website, which is the actual business website. I'd love for you to
Okay.
go to that. It's alpha, ALPHABOLIX.com.
Oh, let me put it up in a separate window. That was Alphabolics, and what was it?
Alphabolics.com.
Oh, okay, solid.
I also sent it in private chat just for spelling.
Oh, no, I got it.
Okay.
This is it, right?
Yep. So this is the official site.
Like it. Love it. I like how the optics change right there.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
That's solid.
Everything's responsive. It's a fully responsive website.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep.
That's solid right there. Okay. Yeah, I like this website.
Wait until you see the actual product. If you go over to once you're done scrolling, if you go over to like one of the best sellers up there, click Test Reaper and just go to the actual product page.
You said we'll go to the
too.
supplements.
Yeah, and then just click Test Reaper right there. Boom.
Okay.
And then scroll down. I mean, every product page is like this. It gives you all the benefits, the data, the actual studies, case studies done, all the benefits of it. It lays it out for customers so when they reach the page, they actually know what they're looking at, the reasons why they should buy it, what studies was done on the ingredients, so on and so forth.
That's solid.
Thank you.
That's solid. That's a nice. Yeah, I see people will put it in the chat. That is a very professional, nice looking website. This is not like a copy and paste.
No.
You know, you know what I mean? Like you just stuck some stuff up there. Like there's some time went into this.
Yep.
Yeah, so I like this. So how long has this website been up and running?
4 years.
It's been 4 years already. Okay, so that's why this looks like all the like literally like if I was looking for some supplements, this is like what all the websites look like. But this is actually way more advanced as far as like the like literally like everything is like motion in there. I like it. Got got the swagger.
Oh
Also, I
yeah,
like this.
those are
Gotta
actually
have it.
print on demand too, so they ship separately. They come directly from the United States, not overseas, and it's printed here in America.
Damn.
Now I don't know if they buy their shirts in overseas, but the company makes it here. It's distributed here, and yeah, we use it. It's print on demand, so that everything you buy is printed and shipped itself, and then we ship the supplements out of ourselves. Our distribution center.
Yeah, this is this is definitely solid. This is
Yeah.
definitely solid. So you can actually get your looks like you can get your whole life together with a lot of these different things. Like you can literally get your financial life together, your fitness life together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get your swole on.
You get your swole on. There you go. Or general health.
I like it.
General health too. I mean, we have immune boosters. That's a multivitamin. Vita Alpha X is a multivitamin, whole food.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah,
cool,
still
man.
the best other like yeah. Definitely not. This is solid information, and definitely I'm gonna throw this link in the chat also for you guys. Definitely check this out.
Oh, it should be noted that anybody that buys a product from the community and actually just in general will be entered in a random lottery of people that are going to be giving away Ethereum to. I'll be giving
Hmm.
away random Ethereum to people that support this. I'm also giving away random people Ethereum just for interacting with the Alphabolics official page, like Alphabolics on Twitter, the Bolix token page. So if you're interacting daily on there, somebody will randomly be selected to get Ethereum. And I'm doing that every Sunday now.
Okay.
I
When
haven't set the dollar amount, but it's probably going to be anywhere from $50 to $100 per person.
That's nice. That's solid. And somebody's asking when plant-based whey.
Oh, plant-based and me, we don't get along. It's for if I really want to get into it, super high lead content. Um, Reason why I didn't do it is though wholesale distributors are doing it, eventually the FDA is probably going to crack down because people are taking more than one scoop of that protein, which then it's more than the daily amount of tolerated for lead and other plant-based metals, heavy metals. So I've chose not to do that. We will be looking at some other cool stuff coming out. I don't want to name it, but it's obviously it's not plant-based, but it's going to be pretty great. But you should definitely check out the Vita Alpha X. That product itself is amazing. It is the best multivitamin on the market.
I like this guy. I was going to buy it later, but when I started checking the website, I couldn't wait any longer. I like this. It was when I went ahead and ordered it. I just got it out the way.
It's true. He did. I saw the order come through. And I fulfilled it.
Okay, I like it. I like it. I like the support that's going out there. People like good products, good things done by good people. So somebody else is saying bought. So you guys are definitely getting some people out there
That's so
buying it up,
awesome.
man. I like to see stuff like that, man. I
Yeah,
like to see
bought
stuff
and
like that.
shipped too. Mike's order already shipped.
Oh, okay. Mike, he's ahead of the game. Ahead of the game. I like that. So if you guys want anything and you just heard random Ethereum giveaways for taking care of yourself, you know what I mean? So,
Yep.
I don't, man. How do you beat that? I just don't know. So there's some solid things going on, man. He is doing some. Speaking of giveaways, we got two. If nobody has questions in the chat, or you have anything else to run over, also.
I'm good. You were so thorough, and I've got to tell you, your professionalism is it's like it's amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I just want to give people solid AMAs and ask the questions that if I was on the other side of the screen, I would want to know as an investor. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to invest and put my money into this project, I want to know that it's solid, secure, and there's a long-term plan, as well as like things in the short term that will keep investors to want to keep investing and make this a moving asset rather than one that's just kind of sitting as most cryptocurrencies end up doing after they launch. They launch up, they come back down, consolidate, and then they kind of stay around that range rather than
That's
being
right.
stabilized or anything. So definitely like that. So let me grab the first link. And guys, you have time for the second one also. Let me make sure I copied that. Sometimes I hit cut for some odd reason. So you got this one. This is for the $250 in Ethereum, guys. And the second one So it does say Cloud9 NFC. It is not a Cloud9 NFC. That is a misunderstanding, guys. So it was a different NFC that we're giving away today. So ignore the Cloud9. So we're giving away a different NFC, guys, for the secondary tweet.
I'm sure they understand. We have a very understanding community. And I think they already knew beforehand that we weren't going to give it. I can't. You know, I'm not giving up.
After hearing the full breakdown.
Yeah, I'm not giving away my NFTs. I will not.
I understand completely. So we'll go ahead and run this one and give you guys a little bit of additional time on the second one. So let's see who our first winner is. Starter up.
Let's see. I hope I win.
Yeah, remember you got to be in chat also. So we got a Seda Boy 679. I normally give him about a 2-minute timer or so to respond. Chat,
yep, I like that.
Something like that. So just to know that we were here listening to the information that's going on. So definitely. If not, we have other methods also. If it ends up being too wild, because there is 100 tweets and 63 in. So it does
good turnout too.
Yeah.
Good turnout for a live stream, man.
Most definitely. Do we have a Seda Boy in the building? I already got it on there as far as my stream deck for the timer. So we got 1 minute 30 seconds left for that.
I like it, man. I like it. You do a good show. I hope we can do more in the future.
Most definitely have to keep up with the updates and everything, man. This was definitely solid, good information, and I would like to see how this progresses. Seriously. See if we can get this one. If not, we got the in-house giveaway too. Also, it uses you know how to use the one on StreamYard to where you do the hashtag. You have people hashtag like Bolix token inside the chat, and it'll only do it for people that are physically inside the chat right now.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Let me show you.
It's some magical stuff, bro.
Let me show you, my bro. So it's actually a StreamYard tool. It's actually the giveaway tool. So bring this right here. So you literally just pick whatever stream you get, and then you can hashtag anything, and
that's pretty cool.
Only going to be inside of the chat itself. So that's if we don't have it here. Let me see. Is anybody seeing that person? He's in the chat. Where are we?
He is
Hello,
in
Amir.
the chat. Crypto Boy 07. Well, we gotta make sure that that's him.
Yeah. So I would say reach out. My right now my DM's open. So if you can reach out and send me a message from this account, then we can go ahead and settle that out. And that was my timer going off. So you might he just be the title of it. So. Yeah, the only thing I hate about it is YouTube and to Twitter is usually a different name for some reason. I keep the same name. Some people do not. So, but I can definitely verify it. So we'll give you a couple seconds to do that really quick. Nelson, did you win? No, I don't think, unless your name's Seda Boy 679.
That's funny.
Okay, so I do have a message from Seda Boy 679. So
congratulations, man.
Screenshotted. Also, he's here. His name is different. Okay, so he screenshotted. He's in the room also. So I appreciate that. So we do get that. So I'll get that. I'll get that address. Send me your ETH address to that one. Let's go ahead and knock out the second.
Let's do it.
Knock out this second giveaway, guys. Good luck, everybody. And we got Jack Warren 07.
Ooh, congratulations, Jack Warren 07.
We have a Jack Warren 07 in the chat. Let's see. You got that 2-minute timer up and running. Congratulations, Jack. If you are in the chat, you just won an NFT, which is awesome.
It is awesome.
Definitely. Like, I actually like giving things away. Some people don't. I'm actually one of those people that's just like, yeah, it's kind of cool seeing the excitement on people once they actually get something.
You never know what situation they're in and who it can help, you know?
Oh, you definitely know this is the
He's there.
same name. Same name. I like it. So let me go ahead. If you can do the same thing. Go ahead and shoot me a DM, and we'll get that set up. I'll get the address and I'll shoot it over to Bolix there. Write down this name. I got the other person in my inbox, so we're all good here. So did we want to go over anything else before we get out of here? Wrapped it up, man.
That's it, man. I'm done. If I could just make a closing
Like
statement to the community.
Of course, of course. Well, of course.
So I just wanted to tell you, thank you for attending. I know it's time out of your lives, and time is the most precious traded commodity there is. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you for having my back, and I'll have yours. We have a lot of things big coming up in the near future, and I'm looking forward to taking part in this adventure with you side by side as a team. Thank you so much for watching.
No problem. And this was definitely a solid AMA. If you could, man, I would recommend this to a friend, family member. There's so much information here, guys, and it could really help somebody out, especially just initially getting in on that first NFT and token launch. As you see, a lot of the money goes directly back to that first one. So definitely don't want anybody out there that can use a good opportunity to miss out on the good opportunity, guys. So definitely let some people know that we had this AMA here. Go ahead and let them know how good it was. Information we had here, and Bolix token is definitely solid. So is Cloud9 NFT. Sorry, that was my timer going off in the background. But you guys definitely enjoy the rest of your night. I will be back on in a couple hours, guys, doing my normal late night vibes if you guys want to tune in. But other than that, we're out of here. Thank everybody for attending. And definitely, man, remember that it's beyond crypto, guys. And we're out of here.